If you understand the concept that fire needs oxygen to breathe and wood as fuel to eat, that'll be the start of making a very efficient wood stove. Because it's not the flames that create all the heat that's radiating off of your wood stove. It's the coals or the embers, whatever you want to call, call when the wood breaks down to a point that it's just sitting there glowing. Now at that point, when it's glowing, that's where it's creating the most heat. As you can see, the fire is very minimal. It's just consuming the fuel of the wood, but it's when it breaks up the wood and it has all the red coals. It's that radiant heat that you can just feel. Like I can just feel it right here. It's incredible how much heat this wood stove is putting off. And as you can see, the fire is next to nothing. It's not the flames that are creating this heat. So the whole idea is it only needs, your wood stove only needs enough air to consume the wood. So I don't know if you can hear it kind of whistling there. I don't know if you can hear it whistling or not. Not sure. But if you have dry enough wood, your fire is just going to slowly consume the wood that you feed it. So here I have a bunch of wood with grates that are over top of the wood stove, so that while I'm getting the heat from the wood stove, it's also drying the wood so that the moisture won't be in the wood when I put it in the wood stove. Because if there's trapped moisture in the wood, it's not going to burn as efficiently. Because unfortunately, what's going to have to happen is the heat of the stove is going to have to dry out the wood before it can consume it. Now, you might have a fire on the outside of the wood, the pieces of wood, for a short period of time, but it'll come a point of time that the moisture coming out of the wood is overcoming the heat that's being generated by the wood. So my advice to anyone, as you can see, I have these racks of wood that I bring wood from outside and I bring it in here, and this wood on the right hand side, this has been sitting here since actually 2 nights ago, and we filled this up filled that up last night. So that's what, it's about 4 foot high, about say 2 foot wide. So I don't know, fourth of a cord, something like that. Not even that, because it's not even 4 foot deep. So when we fill this up, it's about 1/8 of a cord, I guess, somewhere around there. And I wouldn't even think it's that, but we'll go with 1/8 of a cord. So when that comes in from outside, it's close to the wood stove. So what's happening is it's taking the cold out of the wood that's been outside, and it's taking a percentage of the moisture out of it, and it's putting it in the air because a wood stove is dry. So that's the first stage. And then as we take the wood down on this side here that's been sitting here, I'll slowly take some of the wood off the top of that one and put it over on this one, just to give it more, just to let it evaporate more, or get some more of the moisture out of it just by separating it. And then, like I say, this wood here, this is the wood that goes in the wood stove. And as you can see by all the cracks in the wood, like even that piece there, that is a limb and it hasn't been split. Look at the cracks in it. You can tell that is drying right through. And the round logs, I guess you'd call it, those are what we use at nighttime just to hold off the heat of the house until morning. So yeah, okay, I'm making this longer than I wanted to. I'm just trying to explain to people, if you're still listening, that a wood stove can be very efficient. You just have to do a few simple steps to make sure your wood is very dry. And if your wood is very dry, as you can see, you can get incredible heat out of it and long burn times. Like I'll put 2 pieces of wood in there and it'll burn for 2 hours. Then I'll just throw another couple pieces of wood in there and it'll burn for another 2 hours. And it's minus 20 degrees Celsius out here today. It's very cold. Actually, it's warmed up. That was first thing this morning at 8 o'clock. But it's still minus 16 Celsius out there. It's very cold. But it's 23 degrees Celsius in the house. And I can't explain how warm this is right here in front of the fire. I'm just sitting in front of it. And I'm almost at the point of sweating. Cheers.